Hello friends, this is Dr. Pawan Jagannath Tambre, working as Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. In this video lecture, we will see the concept of aromaticity. Dear friends, whenever we heard the word aromaticity, then the first molecule which strikes to our mind is benzene. So, before moving towards actual concept of aromaticity, we will see certain properties exhibited by benzene molecule. Benzene molecule was first time isolated by Michael Faraday in 1825, and the primary investigation of benzene molecule suggested that this molecule is having molecular mass 78 and its molecular formula is C6H6, which shows that degree of unsaturation for this molecule is 4. Different chemists propose structure for benzene molecule, but the first successful structure which is proposed was by Auguste Kekule. According to Kekule, benzene molecule is planar, it is cyclic, and it is having alternate, double, and single bond. Thus, these double bonds are described as conjugated bond. So, according to him, this is the structure of benzene molecule. There are number of stories behind proposing structure and investigation of structure of benzene molecule in history of chemical sciences, but we are not going to that much detail. We will see certain properties of benzene molecule which will be useful to describe the concept of aromaticity. So first of all, benzene molecule is having extra stability, and that can be explained with the help of certain reaction, for example hydrogenation reaction. So consider hydrogenation reaction of this cyclohexane molecule. In cyclohexane molecule, there is one carbon-carbon double bond. When this molecule is subjected for hydrogenation in presence of palladium supported on carbon as a catalyst, then we will get cyclohexane as a product. The amount of energy liberates during this hydrogenation reaction is 28.6 kilocalorie per mole. In the same way, when this molecule, that is 1,3-cyclohexadiene, is subjected for hydrogenation reaction, we will get cyclohexane as a product, and amount of energy liberates is 55.2 kilocalorie per mole. Now if you look at this two starting material, then in cyclohexane there is one carbon-carbon double bond, and in this 1,3-cyclohexadiene there are two carbon-carbon double bonds. So in this case, the amount of energy liberates is expected to be double of this energy. However, we will get somewhat less amount of energy liberated during this reaction. So this is about 2 kilocalorie mole less than expected. This extra stability is called as resonance energy. Now if you look at hydrogenation of benzene molecule, then first of all, benzene molecule do not undergoes hydrogenation under normal condition. However, if we put large pressure of hydrogen gas and high temperature, then benzene molecule undergoes hydrogenation reaction and it gives cyclohexane as a product. If you look at benzene molecule, then in case of benzene molecule, it is having 3 carbon-carbon double bond. So we are expecting that it must liberate 3 times greater energy as compared to this energy. However, the actual amount of energy liberated during hydrogenation reaction of benzene molecule is just 49.8 kilocalorie per mole, which is less by 36 kilocalorie per mole. The actual expected liberated energy is 85.8 kilocalorie per mole, but practically we got 49.8 kilocalorie per mole. The difference between theoretical and practical energy is 36 kilocalorie per mole. So benzene molecule is stabilized by 36 kilocalorie per mole amount of energy, which is nothing but resonance energy or stabilization energy of benzene molecule. So this alternate double and single bond present in molecule gives extra stability to this benzene molecule. In the same way, if you look at this chart, This is simply a visualization of what we have seen in earlier slide. This is cyclohexene, which is having one carbon-carbon double bond. This is cyclohexadiene, which is having two carbon-carbon double bond, and this is benzene, which is having three carbon-carbon double bond. The amount of energy liberated for hydrogenation of cyclohexene is 28.6 kilocalorie per mole. For cyclohexadiene is 55.6 kilocalorie per mole, and for benzene we are expecting 85.88 kilocalorie per mole. However, in practice it is actually 49.4 kilocalorie per mole, which is less by 36 kilocalorie per mole. This is responsible for extra stability of benzene molecule. Thus it is called as resonance energy or stabilization energy of this benzene molecule. Now, if we look at reactivity of benzene molecule, then from this simple reaction, we can understand the differences between alkenes and benzene molecule. When this cyclohexene molecule is subjected to react with bromine molecule, then it undergoes addition type of reaction and we will get this type of product. However, when benzene molecule is allowed to react with bromine, it don't react at all. But if you add some catalyst, then we will get this bromobenzene as a product. And if you look at this reaction, this is a substitution reaction rather than addition reaction. This do not occur only in case of bromination, but when benzene molecule is allowed to react with H2SO4, it undergoes substitution. However, alkene gives addition product. So when we go through number of such reactions of benzene molecule and alkene, then we will observe one difference, that alkene undergoes addition type of reaction, and although benzene is having three carbon-carbon double bond, it do not undergoes addition reactions easily. However, it undergoes substitution reaction quite faster. So this difference in reactivity of benzene molecule is because of some properties. We will go towards that property slowly. Now, this behavior of benzene can be explained with the help of the concept of resonance. If we investigate this cyclohexene molecule, we came to know that this carbon-carbon single bond is 1.52 angstrom and this carbon-carbon double bond is 1.33 angstrom. In case of benzene molecule, we are having alternate single and double bond between carbon and carbon. So we are anticipating that some bond must have 1.52 angstrom bond length and some bond must have 1.33 angstrom bond length. However, when we investigated benzene molecule, we got to know that in benzene molecule all the carbon-carbon bonds are equal in bond length and they are neither having bond length of single bond or double bond, but the bond length is in between double bond and single bond, and this can be explained with the theoretical concept of resonance, according to which these carbon-carbon double bond are not static in benzene molecule. However, they are delocalized, they are moving in this ring and they change their position continuously, and these two structures are called as canonical structure, and this is resonance hybrid of benzene molecule, which shows that these 6 pi electron are present equally on 6 carbon atom at all the times, and thus the bond length of benzene molecule is in between double bond and single bond. It is 1.42 angstrom. Now the question comes, is aromaticity is restricted to benzene molecule only? And the obvious answer to this question is no, because we are having many molecules which are aromatic in nature. For example, naphthalene is aromatic in nature. This pyridine, thiopene, furan, pyrrole, all these molecules are aromatic in nature. So aromaticity is not restricted to benzene molecule. If you look at all these molecules seems to be cyclic in nature, and in these cases they are having heteroatom or charge on the system. At the same time, if you look at this molecule also is cyclic conjugated, but this is not aromatic in behavior. So What makes molecule aromatic? What are the rule for aromaticity? Now, this is the main question, that what are the rule for aromaticity? So these are some rule which molecule need to follow to undergo in the category of aromatic molecules. The first rule is it must be cyclic. Every atom in the ring must be conjugated. The molecule must follow 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, that is Huckel's rule, and the molecule must be flat. If molecule satisfy all these conditions, then that molecule is said to be aromatic in nature. Now we will start our journey towards aromaticity. So let us look at the first rule. The molecule must be cyclic in nature. For examples, benzene molecule is having cyclic nature. It is aromatic. If you look at this molecule, in this case I simply broke this one carbon-carbon double bond and this became aliphatic molecule. So this molecule is obviously not aromatic in nature because it do not have cycle. In the same way, if you look at pyrrole, it is cyclic and this is acyclic. So this is not aromatic and this is aromatic. In the same way, if you look at these examples, you got to know that here we are having cycles and here these molecules are aliphatic. So these are not aromatic and these are aromatic in nature. So the first rule says that the molecule must be cyclic in nature. At the same time, we must remember that all cyclic compounds are not aromatic. For example, if you go through this molecule, this is cyclohexane, but this cyclohexane molecule is not aromatic in nature. The cyclohexadiene, cyclobutane, these three molecules are seems to be cyclic in nature, but because these molecules are cyclic in nature, they are not in the category of aromatic molecules. So this is not the only condition for molecule to be aromatic in nature. This is first condition. Now let us go towards second condition. Every atom in the ring must be conjugated. First condition was molecule must be cyclic, and the second condition is every atom in the ring must be conjugated. For examples, look at this molecule. In this molecule, all the atoms are conjugated. This nitrogen having lone pair of electron which is in resonance in this cyclic structure. However, in this case, this molecule is not conjugated. This nitrogen atom is not conjugated because that lone pair of electron is not available with nitrogen. In the same way, if you look at this molecule, phenol, then all the carbon-carbon bonds in the ring are conjugated. However, if you look at this molecule, then in this molecule, this carbon is not a part of conjugation. This carbon is present in sp3 state of hybridization. So this molecule is not aromatic in nature. This is another example. In this case, all the molecules, all the carbon atoms present in cycle are conjugated. However, in this case, this carbon atom is in sp3 state of hybridization and it is not conjugated. So this is not aromatic and this one is aromatic in nature. Remember that if carbon or nitrogen atom in a ring is attached to 4 atoms or group, then that molecule is obviously not aromatic in nature. Look at this example. In this example, this nitrogen atom is attached to 4 different atoms or group. So this is not aromatic. In the same way, if you look at this carbon is also attached to 4 different atoms or group. This carbon is also attached to 4 different atoms or group. So here you need to remember that if carbon or nitrogen atom which is part of ring is attached to 4 different atoms or group, then that molecule is going to be not aromatic in nature. Then the third rule is the molecule must have 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. That is, molecule must obey Huckel's rule of aromaticity. Now what is this Huckel's rule of aromaticity? Now look at this benzene molecule. Benzene molecule is cyclic, it is conjugated and it is having 6 pi electrons. So it is aromatic in nature. However, if you look at this molecule is cyclic indeed. It is having conjugated double bonds, but this molecule is still not aromatic in nature. Although these molecules satisfy initial 2 rules, this molecule is not aromatic in nature, because the third rule is the molecule must have 4n plus 2 pi electron. Now we will see what is this 4n plus 2 pi electron. In 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, n is natural number which may be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So for this we will see the condition. If n is equal to 0, then we will get 2 electrons. If n is equal to 1, then 6 electrons. If n is equal to 2, 10 electron, 14 electron, 18 electron and so on. If a molecule is cyclic, if it is having all carbon atom in a ring conjugated, and if it has 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on number of electron, then that molecule is said to be aromatic in nature. However, if number of pi electron present in cyclic system are not matching with this 4n plus 2 pi electron number, then that molecule is not aromatic. So let us look at this molecule once again. This molecule is cyclic, it is conjugated, but the number of pi electron present in this molecule are 8, which is not matching with this Haeckel rule, and thus this molecule is not aromatic in nature. And the fourth rule is the molecule must be flat. Dear friends, if in general the molecule obeys first 3 rules, then it is usually a flat molecule. But there is one exception. In case of this 10-annuline, look at these two examples. In case of this 10-annuline, this molecule is not flat, because if this molecule is flat, then there is an interaction between this hydrogen and this hydrogen atom, which makes this molecule unstable, and thus the flat structure of this molecule get disturbed, and because of that this molecule lose its aromaticity. And this molecule, although is cyclic, it is conjugated, satisfies 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, there are 10 electrons, still this molecule is not aromatic in nature because this molecule is not flat. However, if we put one bridge carbon in this molecule, then the hydrogen interaction is not there, and this molecule is cyclic, conjugated, it obeys Haeckel's rule, so this molecule is aromatic in nature. So remember this exception, this 10-annuline, although cyclic, conjugated, obeys Haeckel's rule, this molecule is still not aromatic in nature because this molecule is not flat. So if you remember the 4 rules, then the first rule says that molecule must be cyclic in nature, it must be conjugated, that is it must have alternate single and double bond. Third rule shows that it must obeys Haeckel's rule of 4n plus 2 pi electrons, that is molecule must have 2, 6, 10, 14, 18 number of pi electron in cyclic system, and last but not the least, molecule must be flat in nature. If molecule satisfies this 4 rule, then that molecule is said to be aromatic in nature. Now we will see certain examples, and in those examples we will try to find out whether the molecule is cyclic, conjugated, whether total pi electrons satisfy 4n plus 2 rule or not, and from that we will conclude whether the molecule is aromatic or not aromatic. So let us look at first example, benzene. So benzene molecule is, yes, it is cyclic, it is conjugated, and if you look at benzene molecule is having 3 pi bonds, there is no lone pair of electron, so there are 6 pi electron, and yes, it obeys 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, thus benzene is aromatic in nature. In the same way, if you look at this molecule pyrrole, then this molecule is cyclic, it is conjugated, it is having 2 pi bonds and 1 lone pair of electron. So it is having a 2 pi bond and 1 lone pair of electron, that is 2 pi electrons. So total number of electrons are 6. 4 electron from this 2 pi bond and 2 electron from one lone pair of electron, that is 6 electron. So it obeys Huckel's rule of aromaticity. The molecule is aromatic in behavior. Naphthalene. Yes, if you look at naphthalene molecule, it is cyclic, it is conjugated, it is having 5 double bonds. So 5 pi bonds are there, there is no lone pair. So total number of pi electrons are 10. And if you go through 4n plus 2 rule, yes, this molecule obeys 4n plus 2 rule. Thus this molecule is aromatic in nature. Now look at this cation. And if you investigate this cation, then you will come to know that yes, this cation is cyclic in nature, but it is not conjugated. Conjugation is break at this nitrogen atom. So this molecule do not satisfy second condition itself, so it is not aromatic in nature. Look at this cyclopentadienyl anion. Yes, this molecule is cyclic in nature. It is conjugated. This negative charge is in resonance inside the ring, so it is conjugated. It is having 2 pi bonds and a negative charge. So 2 pi bond means 4 electron and this negative charge means 2 electrons. So it is having 6 electrons. So this molecule satisfies 4n plus 2 pi electron rule and molecule is aromatic in nature. Dear friend, I hope that in this lecture you understand the basic concept of aromaticity. Please do remember that for molecule to become aromatic, there are certain conditions. The molecule must be cyclic, it must be conjugated, that is planar, and it must satisfy 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, that is Huckel's rule for aromaticity. And yes, molecule must be flat, because we saw that there are certain exceptions where molecule is cyclic, conjugated, obeys Huckel rule, but still it is not aromatic in nature because molecule is not flat. I hope you understand this lecture on aromaticity. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.